Well, let's stay on the issue of the African National Congress, where the former ANC member, Boy Mamabolo, has written to the Electoral Commission of South Africa about a desire to change his new party's name to Born to Win. This after his request to name it Mandela for President was rejected. Mamabolo is with us to talk to us about how he relieves the ANC after 30 years within the party. Mr. Mamabolo, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we even get into the plans that you have to form your own party, 30 years within the African National Congress, why step aside? Why now?
Well, evening, Naledi, and also evening to our viewers. Well, of course, it has been a very, 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 very painful decision that had to be taken. Naledi, it's like in any marriage or any abusive marriage, Naledi, you would stay with your partner, but if your partner is being abused on a daily basis, whether that marriage has 10 years or 2 decades or nearly 3 decades, remember, I've joined this organization at the age of 13 when I joined COSAS. When you join COSAS, automatically you form part of the ANC meetings. So in any relationship, whether you love that person or not, if you are being abused on a daily basis, you are being embarrassed in the public by that partner, at some stage you have to let it go. So, it's a decision that I've taken, which I've consulted for a very long time. Remember, the heart was long gone, to be honest. The heart was long gone sometime last year, when they said, no, this guy doesn't have matric, whereas it is them who took me to school, who paid for my matric dance, who paid for my university fees, who even came to my graduation and addressed that. There were not less than 3 NEC members who came to my graduation and addressed there. So, so this kind of abuse cannot be tolerated anymore. When I try to move on, they write to IEC, they mobilize the Nelson Mandela Foundation to say, no, let's stop this guy. Remember, these are the guys who said, no, boy, even if he leaves, he won't live with anybody, he will live alone. So when they realized, no, we have numbers and we have more than 10,000 signatures, they then block our move to register a political party called Mandela for President. They said, no, man, this is the name of our icon, and so forth and so on.
Yeah, so we'll get into your own party. I want to stay, though, with the issues that you raised within the party and the injustices that you feel were done to you. I mean, this is what you've written. The ANC has been turned into a pig that eats its own children. I was firstly unlawfully removed from Parliament. As if that was not enough, I was fed with a bill of over 300k for legal costs which incurred because of my illegal removal from Parliament. Is that the biggest motivation for you leaving the ANC? Was it your removal from Parliament?
Well, it's one of those. Remember, Naledi, I've seen and buried many ANC comrades who died because of depression, a depression that was caused by the ANC leaders. They would deploy you somewhere. The next thing, when you get voted by the branches, they remove you unlawfully, so you get removed by only 2 people. In my case, I was nominated by more than 200 branches. Here in Limpopo, we have about 350 branches. I was nominated by over 200 branches. I was number 5 on the list. And in their court papers, they admitted that, no, this guy was number 5 on the list, but we moved him to number 22 because he did not submit his certified copy, certified matric certificate. So we said, no, but guys, you know very well that I graduated. It was you who paid for the fees and so forth and so on. Oh, if that was not enough, they gave me a bill of more than 300,000. Knowing very well that, no, this guy, by the way, we removed him from Parliament. He's not working, he's unemployed. Now, want to give him depression, we're giving me a bill. If he has to pay the bill, we're going to sequestrate him. So, and I know this moves very well. So, unfortunately, I can't let them to do that. They did that to many comrades. Many comrades died because of depression. That was orchestrated by ANC leaders. So I can't form part of that particular shenanigans or those shenanigans or fall on their trap. I cannot fall on that trap. Remember, these people, I know their tactics and all their tactics. So there's no way I can, fall on their trap.
I mean, at the same time, you are also seeing a conversation that's playing out in Limpopo about the ANC's provincial chairperson, Stan Mathabata, writing to the ANC SG, Fikile Mbalula. In fact, now he's been summoned by Mbalula to explain his decision to step aside. What do you make of that? And if you think that there is something that the ANC needs to pay particular attention to, perhaps in that province, for instance?
Yes, exactly my point, lady. There's no organization here in Limpopo called the ANC. Even when you see the chairperson when distancing himself from the decisions that he was sharing in those PC meetings, we must know that we no longer have an organization here. Remember, firstly, it was the very same communist then who was chairing a what you call a list committee meeting where he said, no, Boy is being removed because of 1, 2, 3. So today, because the things are not going his way, he wanted his faction to win in Waterberg, in Vembe, and also in Mopani. They lost. They lost 3 conferences. So now, is it bold of him to write to the officials to say, no, man, those conferences did not sit well, the branches did not go for BGMs. There were branches that did not go for BGMs in Pitamgaba region. It's not saying anything about Pitamgaba region. He went to that conference, he addressed it, he said, no, everything went fine. So now because his forces lost in Waterberg, in Mopani and Vembe, now he's trying to become whatever, I don't know. Because remember, Stan has been in the ANC for more than 40 years. So if you see Stan Mathabata, who has been in the ANC for more than 40 years, writing a letter saying, no, comrades, please, I'm washing my hands off. Boy Mamabolo, who has been in the ANC for 29 years, who are you? I mean, there was Zuma who left the ANC after 60 years in the ANC. So who are you who just came recently in 6 months saying, no, want to join the ANC? We are saying to the people of this country, stop going to the ANC. Let's all move and form alternative of the people of South Africa.
All right,
the
so
ANC
let's talk about...
lost.
Yeah, let's talk about your next steps. Just in the interests of time here, Mr. Mamabolo, I need to move on. So today, I believe you wrote to the IEC. Talk to me about that. You had just recently wanted to register your political party under the name Mandela For President. I believe that you were told that the green and black branding, as well as the association to Nelson Mandela, would confuse voters and and make them think that they're voting for the ANC. So I want to get your response to that. And why choose Mandela for president when you are moving away from the ANC and you know the association?
It was the people of South Africa who said, no, man, the ANC has neglected the legacy of Tata Madiba. How about when we go for a new party, we say, no, Mandela for president. Remember, this is the theme of 1994. When the ANC was campaigning, they said Mandela for president. So they were saying, boy, you are our Mandela now. You are going to be a president in 2029. Hence the name. The name was meaning that you are going to be our president in 2029. But our first phase will be for us to contest the 2026 elections.
Okay, but that's not going to work because the IEC has rejected that application. So now your party is born to win. Why? And I believe you say you've got 10,000 signatures instead of the 1,000 that are required by the IEC.
Yes, well, we're trying to make a statement. Remember, every South African was born to win. The ANC has turned itself into a party of the elite. So we are saying to all South Africans that you, whether you come from a different background, whether you are uneducated, whether you are unemployed, whether whatsoever, you were born to win. You were born to win. Let's go together and build a better South Africa. Start next year in 2026 because all South Africans were born to win. Whether your mother, they used to call your mother a witch or whatsoever, coming from a different background or a poor background, you were born to win. Remember, by the way, the name of the Mandela Party was objected by the ANC itself.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to leave it there, Mr. Mamabolo. We appreciate your time and we'll get some analysis on this discussion. And of course, even the stepping down of Stan Mathabata as chairperson of the party in Limpopo. But Mr. Boy Mamabolo, now a former ANC MP and ANC member, said he's starting his own political party. And it's called Born to Win with 10,000 signatures. We'll be watching that very closely.